I was looking forward to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I really was. That game was the reason my girlfriend and I bought the Switch in the first place. And we even got the edition of the game that comes with an Animal Crossing themed tote bag. Our friends know so much how we like Animal Crossing that we got the book, the Animal Crossing official guidebook, and a puzzle to go with it. We ordered ourselves a little Tom Nook plushie. The bag broke after a while, but because I'm such a huge Animal Crossing fan, I had it fixed. Needless to say, I was excited and hyped for that game. And when it came out, I devoured it. I loved it. It looks so good, everything is so cute, you have a whole island to yourself and almost total control over it. They even brought back the froggy chair. And you might think to yourself, okay, that's neat. But the reason I clicked on this was because it had Dhar Mann in the title. Now, hold your horses, alright? Don't worry, we'll get to that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice cup of tea. For a few weeks, I spent my whole days with building up my island, doing everything there is to do. But after a while, I got burnt out. But it happened a lot faster than I expected. And it was a lot more boring than I expected. But why? I mean, I knew updates would be coming out, but when those dropped, I didn't really feel compelled to jump in again. But why? I knew you would get Animal Crossing burnout at some point, and yet I felt like the game would never live up to what I had hoped for. Maybe it was because I hyped it up too much, maybe I was hoping for a bigger and better New Leaf, which New Horizons was not. In summary, Animal Crossing New Horizons is disappointing. And here's why.
Number one, mechanics.
Look, everything gets so tedious after a while. Tools? They break too quick, and the tools breaking don't really serve a purpose like they do in Zelda, where breaking weapons incentivizes and feeds into the game's exploration loop, much more so in Tears of the Kingdom. And crafting? You can only do it one thing at a time, and have fun being drip-fed crafting recipes on the beach and by villagers, most of which will be duplicates anyway. I mean, yes, you can trade them with friends, but I'll get to that. Landscaping? I like the feature. I love it. You can make your island look however you want it to look like. Only you cannot change the river mouth or where the town hall is. Why? And again, you have to do everything one tile at a time. Visiting friends or having them visit you, it honestly takes ages to either invite other people or visit other islands. And why do I have to pass an Ocarina of Time owl type of dialogue to even do that? Still, if you happen to forget money or any item or recipe, you cannot even access your own ATM or storage, forcing you to waste 2 to 4 minutes just to go back to your island and back again. This game reels you in with the promise of total control over your island and playstyle, but then breaks down everything you need to do in so many tiny little steps and button mashing that it feels like I'm in a tailorist factory, where you're only allowed to do the same menial task over and over again, like sewing a single stitch. Am I really playing a relaxing island sim, or am I working at a Ford factory? By nature. First off, to curb the hate a bit, I love that you have so many options in this game, especially with dressing up. Making yourself look cute and choosing cute outfits is really fun, and I like doing it. However, Animal Crossing is much more known for its furniture items. The little tanuki leaf? Yeah, that. And while New Leaf released with about 1.3k furniture items at the release date, and total to about 1.7k furniture pieces with all the updates included, New Horizons released with about 1,000 furniture pieces. And totaling all the updates, it has 1,900 furniture pieces. While technically being more in the end, the release version felt like an incomplete game. And with the scale of the game being way bigger than its predecessor, the amount of items actually does not feel much more in New Horizons. Also, only 5 items are available at a time in the shop, and shipping orders are limited to 5 a day. Again, why? There are unique items for different players, which is cool because it incentivizes trade with others. But again, this is undercut by tedious multiplayer mechanics. Unique vendors do also come to your island where you can buy plants or art, but you cannot build them their own shop. Well, with the update, you can, only the shops are on a separate island. You're not really expanding your island or community, you're basically just driving to the mall onto another island. But alright, you might say, the game is not about being perfectionists or having everything or doing things as fast as you can. This is a cozy game and furniture isn't the main thing Animal Crossing is known for. Animal Crossing, more than furniture, is known for, well, the animals. Number 3, 1984 Animal Farm, George Orwell. The animals. The animals in Animal Crossing New Horizons are just boring. Ever since the first title in the series, villagers could have one of several personalities. For example, Sisterly, Cranky, or Jock. Each villager has their own unique catchphrase, but other than that, all villagers of the same personality type share the same dialogue. That has always been the case. But what aggravates this in this game is that the personalities have been so sanded down and bleached that they seem artificial. Cranky villagers were actually rude in the past, but now they may be complaining about their body aches. Basically, if you know one villager of a personality type, you now know all the villagers of that type. This seems especially noticeable in this installment. In previous games, villagers would ask you for help or give you tasks a lot more often. Now, villagers interact a lot less with you. But now they can sit. Hello, editing Alex here. This is actually me, sitting by the onsen. I am aware that the more you talk to the villagers, the more diverse and interesting the dialogue gets. However, I feel like it takes a really long time to get them to that point, and if the dialogue at the beginning is so boring and bland, I don't see how that encourages people to actually talk more to their villagers. Also, please let me work at the cafe again, like actually work there. I really liked getting to know your villagers, you know, how many sugars, how many milks they want in it. I feel like it's a neat and fun way to make you engage with your community. Anyways, back to the video. Villagers don't move away on their own anymore, and kicking them out is made a lot easier. They don't even seem to care now if you ghost them for like 2 years. Villagers in this game just feel like tokens, like NPCs. They want for nothing, they stand for nothing, and they do nothing if you don't look. Villagers are just objects, and the same can be said for the island itself. I didn't play this game for a year or two until I had to record footage for this video, and expected to be overrun by weeds and cockroaches. And this may sound weird, but I was kind of disappointed that all I got were a few bushels of weeds and maybe 2 or 3 cockroaches. Nothing happens without you anymore. So, the villagers and the island seem like a set dressing. Interaction with real people is tedious. What does that leave us with?
What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Okay.
To be honest, the connection between Dhar Mann and Animal Crossing exists mostly to get you to click on this video. But there is still a connection. Alright, there is still a connection. But to start off, who or what is Dhar Mann? Dhar Mann is a YouTuber who produces feel-good, what happens next is shocking videos where basically someone gets their comeuppance. They get what they deserve. The acting is stilted and the themes are kept simple. For example, you should listen to people, failure is part of training, bullying is bad, racism is bad, but only if the person you're being racist to is rich. You know, stuff like that. And also, weird how in a lot of these videos the antagonists are women? In any case, one reoccurring theme that I'm interested in today is this. That the focus on wealth and status makes you lose touch with love, friendship, and community. And Animal Crossing New Horizons has done exactly what Dhar Mann has warned about. It has focused so much on the material girl, hustle, grind, become your own boss, capitalism, core power fantasy that it has lost sight of what made it so enamoring to begin with. You being part of a whole, a community. To me, the appeal of Animal Crossing has been the escape from life under capitalism, which forces us to pursue material wealth and status at all costs, to win at capitalism. Human relations are constantly at threat by the appeal of wealth, and the encroachment of market logic into every aspect of our lives narrows society into pure raccoon dog eat raccoon dog competition. We can escape the dread that arises out of this by either purposefully building human relations and community and to somewhat give up the pursuit of material wealth. Or we can escape by identifying with the premise, by pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps and becoming the next Elon Musk. We will probably fail at that and end up being alienated and lonely and still poor, and then blame foreigners for it. Both not too ideal. Dhar Mann's feel-good videos are saying little more than just don't want money, and fall short of providing any systemic critique. But he did warn us of one thing. Pure pursuit of material wealth will be to the detriment of human connections. And Animal Crossing New Horizons straight up ignored those warnings. What used to be a series about a quaint, slow life and community where things happen even when you aren't playing, where you have to put in active effort to maintain your relationships and the community, has been reduced to superficialities. The fantasy of New Horizons has fully embraced market logic by creating a game that makes community so boring, so lifeless, that it cannot be enjoyed in its own right. The land and the community you're given full responsibility over are reduced to a lifeless object, an aesthetic, in service of the only other way you might be able to enjoy this game. Getting more. More bells, more Nook miles, more beauty. Having the prettiest island with the most aesthetic villagers. In my opinion, Animal Crossing New Horizons suffers from a lack of identity. If I wanted a calm town builder, I could just play Townscaper. If I want to get mad rich while building up my farm and community center, I could just play Stardew Valley instead. Dress up, fashion dreamer, interior design with an Animal Crossing aesthetic. I could just ignore the main game and play only Happy Home Paradise DLC. If I wanted a friendship and community sim, I could just buy an old 3DS and play Tomodachi Life. New Horizons wants to be everything at once, but fails to provide a coherent experience. It neglects the community part outright, but it also hamstrings the other part of the game that is enjoyable, with button mashing and never giving the player full control. In doing so, it becomes less escapism and more a power fantasy with a sign of caution. Animal Crossing New Horizons is telling us, once you've overcome the button mashing, the collecting and everything, once you have the perfect island, the perfect villagers, and the perfect house, and once all other human players have stopped playing the game, what are you left with? Without a community to care for, what did you even do it for? Hey guys, it's Editing Alex again. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to my girlfriend for providing her character. Oh my god, that's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. And if you have any criticisms or suggestions for future videos or just in general, leave them in the comments. I will wish you a nice day and maybe see you next time.